Hi guys, Michael here. I was going to play a bit of Kingdom Classic to kind of put a video up, and yeah, I got disturbed before I could start recording. So all I could do was record the gameplay, and that's about it. So I thought I'd talk to that. Sorry, it's been a while between videos. Usual thing, life being very busy. I'm not going to go into it because people only seem to care if it's either scandalous or life-threatening. And since none of that's happened, it's just been very busy, then I don't think you give a shit really what's happening. Just that here I am. So let's get into it. I got some questions that I've let build up. Usually I ignore most of them, but there's odd ones I usually do answer. So I'm going to answer a few and just talk about them. So I'm going to start with, I got asked about the boxing again. KSI, Logan Paul, blah blah blah. So, yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it. Well, it's two YouTubers wanting to punch each other in the face until they've had enough. Nothing wrong with that. That's all good. Enjoy it. One thing I did find interesting though, I watched a couple of KSI videos. I don't watch Logan Paul videos because Logan Paul videos make me want to throw up. I watched a couple of KSI videos though, and in one he said reacting to Logan Paul saying he was going to knock me out in the first round. I found that quite interesting, if Logan Paul did really say that. Because the problem is when you say that kind of thing, even if you don't do it, then you give the other a kind of, even a bit of a moral victory, in a way. Like, let's say Logan Paul does win KSI, but he wins in the second, third, fourth, whatever, round. Then KSI, you can bet, will say, yeah, alright, you won, but you didn't knock me out in the first round like you said you would. You see, it gives them at least something to come back with. So the only way, if Logan Paul did say that, then the only thing he can really do is try and make sure he does it. And the reason I found that so interesting was because that means he must be training heavily on strength. He must be really pushing strength. I know on some videos there is, in past, that he sometimes, he's got a weights room and things like that. I kind of read somebody saying he built a very special weight room in his big new house. So, yeah, he must be really pushing for the strength thing. I think he's looking to just come out with full strength and try and knock KSI's head off his shoulders. Now, we've seen KSI can take a punch, and I've watched a couple of sparring videos, and he did get caught on a couple of them with a decent punch, and he blew it off. But I just don't like how he holds himself. And admittedly, keeping that left arm down is what Mayweather did. But then again, he ain't Mayweather, so he might not. It might be a bad idea for him to do it. For me, I'd rather him have a more traditional fight stance. But hey, whatever works for him, whatever's more comfortable. If he's willing to leave his jaw open and he isn't, trained or well enough to stop getting hit, then that's just how it is. So anyway, I don't really care. Like I say, they'll punch each other in the face till one wins. But I do find it interesting that Logan Paul said that, because it means I think Logan Paul's pushing power really big. Like he's coming to just knock KSI's head the opposite way, facing the opposite way, and just see if he can knock him out in one round. That's why he said it. Yeah, so there you go. Do I watch live streaming much? That's another one. Yeah, I watch it when I can. And I have a couple of streamers I do like on there. I like Forsen. I do like Forsen. Although I can't stand some of his chat. I mean, his chat, most of them are alright, they're just doing the thing. But some of the things they send through on the chat, like this one keeps saying sevens all the time. It's so fucking annoying. I have to mute I have to just mute it when that's going off, when that fucking one comes on. Just because I'm forever 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. So yeah, I don't mind Forsen, that's cool, he's cool. I also like watching Soda Popping because I just think he's funny. I do. He's just naturally funny, I just find him funny. And some of the stuff that his chat send him is just hilarious. His chat is cool, I like his chat. Soda Poppy's chat's pretty cool. I mean, don't get me wrong, they can still be dicks, like all chats can, but I just find them cool, even when they're being dicks. They're good. He's got a really decent chat in that respect. Even Forsen knows his chat's poisonous. Toxic as fuck, he knows that. But you know, he just don't care. He's used to it by now. But yeah, I do like that. So yeah, they're the two. They're the two I kind of watch the most. There's odd ones that I watch otherwise, but not a lot. I'll sometimes watch Shroud play some at PUBG, something like that. I'm not a big Fortnite fan, so I don't watch Ninja or anything like that. Hey, yeah. What else? Have I ever been on the dark web? Well, I used to get mixed up, man. I never knew which were dark web, deep web, or dank web, whatever it were called. I never knew which were which and which I should describe them as. I do now. The deep web is the bad one. No, the normal one. The dark web is the bad one. So, have I been on the dark web? No. Have I been on the deep web? Yes. I did go on to have a look round. And, right, let me just give you a tip. Alright, because I was asked if I have, can I give you a tip? It's not hard to get on. But what I will say is this. Don't be a fucking retard once you're on. Okay? There's things on the deep web called link lists. And link lists are what they sound like. It's a list of links. Now, on the Tor network, the Onion router, that's what Tor stands for, the links finish as a .onion. Now, so in other words, you won't get like www.youtube.com. You just get a string of numbers and letters .onion on the end, and it might still go to a kind of YouTube, or to YouTube on the deep web version. I don't know, but the point is, it's got all these numbers and letters, and then it says .onion. Now, if it's a .onion, it means you are looking at it through Tor. So any anonymity that Tor brings will be in effect. Whereas if you type www.youtube.com into Tor, it'll take you to the normal YouTube, but that means you are no longer protected because you are not using an onion page. So even though you are still kind of going through Tor, you are just using the normal internet. So if it's .onion, then it's still Tor. But let me explain this. What usually happens is you'll get a list of links, and just to the right of each link is usually some typing telling you where that link will take you. People have typed in where that link will take you. Some don't have any description. It's just the link, and then the box is empty to the right saying nothing. Okay? Here's the thing. Don't click on them that have got no description, because it's those that are going to get you in trouble. I only stick to those that say this is going to here, this is going to here, and you click and it does take you to there. I'm guessing some people lie. I've never actually had that happen yet. Wherever it said it's going for me, it has gone there. And yeah, I went to have a look round. I think I saw all the pages that you can see on anybody's YouTube who kind of does a video of it. Just to, oh look, drug website, woohoo! Oh look, hire a hitman, woohoo! Oh look, credit card details, woohoo! And all this kind of stuff. And so I just went to the ones that you can see anybody showing when they do these web series where they go on the deep web. I didn't end up anywhere where I shouldn't have gone, because I was making sure I only went places where I knew there was a description telling me where I was going. So do that. Don't be an idiot. You can't really use it as an excuse if you say, well, I clicked on this link but there were no description. Well, you shouldn't have clicked on the link, you fucking idiot. Just click on places, on links that that tell you where you're going, and you'll be all right. Yeah, it's supposed to be 500 times bigger than the normal internet and all this kind of stuff. I didn't find it that amazing. I went on, clicked a few links, went to a few websites, like I say, that you can see on any video on YouTube, and then I closed it down and left. And that was it. There was nothing amazing about it. It weren't terrible. I didn't see anything illegal. Well, I did see illegal, but I mean, none of the really, really bad illegal stuff that they talk about. Never saw any of that. That was it. We're done. So, just use your brain, and you'll be alright. Who's my favourite YouTuber right now? I have two YouTubers I really like right now, and that's Philip DeFranco. I like him because he does like this news thing, and I just I just like the guy. I think he has this really cool way about him. He does a good job. He reports the news amazingly well. Let's just jump into it. He's just really cool. I just like him, and he does a good job. I like people who do a good job, and he does a good job. And the other guy is Jacksepticeye. I never really got into Jacksepticeye much. I was more of a PewDiePie person, but PewDiePie now is kind of been neutered by YouTube. He has. It's kind of meme-pie right now. That's what he is. Not PewDiePie. He's meme-pie. He just does memes all the time now. It's kind of, that's what we've come down to. The PewDiePie that used to have no chill, that would do things like whip clothing off or wear a one-piece kind of suit thing, wear 2-foot kind of dick thing swinging between his legs, and all this kind of stuff. People used to be terrified of PewDiePie because they say he had no chill. Now he's terrified of YouTube. It's like he daren't swear. And if you watch his videos, he says that he mentions the word demonetized or something like that, or goes on about not getting his videos monetized. He must mention it about 5 or 6 times every video. It's like, we know, Pew, you're having trouble getting them monetized. We know. You tell us every 2 minutes. But he is quite clever, PewDiePie, because what he'll do is he'll advertise his merchandise, but he makes it look like he's just doing it to take piss out of how Logan Paul and them do it. But yet he has got merchandise to push. So it makes people think, oh, he's just taking piss out of Logan Paul and that by how he advertises his merch. But he is still advertising his merchandise. So he has got merchandise to push. So he isn't taking the piss out of Logan Paul. He just makes people think that because that's what he kind of portrays. But really, he's just pushing his merch every 2 minutes like Logan Paul and Jake Paul and them do. And going on about demonetization every 5 minutes. Well, every 2 or 3 minutes it gets mentioned. So all he does now is just do memes. Because he don't do hotels. I think he thinks if he does anything else, he'll get demonetized. So now, he just does memes. Reviews them, looks at them, laughs at them. Does everything he can. It's just all memes. So he's just meme-pie now. That's what he's come down to. Everything, all that he used to do, all non-chill he used to have and that, it's all come down to just being a good little YouTube boy now. And I remember just not long ago he did a collaboration with Jacksepticeye and I think Cinnamon Toast Ken. They were doing that Mount Your Friend game, and Jacksepticeye said the word fuck, and because Jacksepticeye don't care, he's still on full swear mode. He'll fuck it and this, and he don't care. He'll just say it, and he said the word fuck, and PewDiePie just about burst into tears, like, Jack, don't say it, don't swear, stop swearing. It was funny. It was so funny to see. It really is one of those how the mighty have fallen moments, I'll tell you. But yeah, so I do like Jacksepticeye because I used to like Markiplier, but I got tired of seeing his big facial movements and squealing like a bitch every 5 minutes. So, it got to the point where I wanted somebody who did do a bit larger than life stuff, but still had a certain amount of honesty to his performance. And Jacksepticeye did that. So yeah, I like Jacksepticeye. And these are about the only one. Him and Philip DeFranco are the only ones I would say I actually like. But there are others who I do watch, but it's just them two that I really do like. What's one of the worst things I've seen in a while? Okay, the worst things I've seen in a while is on Twitch, and it's these things called ASMR. What the absolute fuck is that about? Somebody has a microphone that's got ears on it, so they can lick and chew on the ears, and it goes right inside your ears. It is awful. There's some YouTube videos that do it as well. You can actually watch them on YouTube where people get their microphones, like the earbuds that have a little microphone on the cord, and they'll put the mic in the mouth and start nibbling on it and that, and sucking on it, and it's just in your ear. It is awful. It is an awful thing. Do people really enjoy that? Honestly, do people really enjoy somebody making that noise in you right inside the ear? I think it's fucking disgusting. And worst thing is, I was looking through YouTube videos that did it, because I didn't know they did. And I was scrolling through, there's kids doing ASMR. I don't want no kid fucking breathing in my ear. I don't want an adult doing it. I sure as shit don't want no kids doing it. Fucking hell. It's completely crazy. I can't stand it. But yeah, so worst thing I've seen is ASMR. I hate it. I really, really, really dislike it. I'm sure there's people out there that love it, but I can't stand it. Although, saying that, there was one woman I saw, Amaranth or something like that, I can't think her name is, something like that, on Twitch, and she does ASMR, but one thing she was doing, like, she was kind of doing like a beach scene. You could hear, this one I saw, she was doing like a beach scene, you could hear it crashing at waves and everything, and she had like this almost mermaid-esque type singing going off in the background that she was doing, really gently she were, and it was just beautiful. It really were beautiful. It's like that I could listen to, but when they start shoving the tongue in that ear and start nibbling on it, nah, that's just too much for me. That really pisses me off. Also, I'm not going to mention any names, but I suppose if he heard this, but I doubt he wouldn't hear this, but I think he'd know it's him if I said this. But I watched a YouTuber do a video not long ago, and they were playing a game, and they kept failing. They couldn't do it, so they raged out, and then basically said to the devs, "I hope you've enjoyed the. I'm not going to play this game anymore, and I hope you've enjoyed the sales I brought your way, even though you've done absolutely nothing for me." And that pissed me off, because this is a big YouTuber. This was a big YouTuber who's got like millions of subscribers, and I was so angry. So angry. At that point in time, I'd have loved to slap him in the face for being the most disrespectful piece of shit I've ever known. I was so angry. Because the fact that he can sit there in his house, that he can have the things he has, is because that these game developers allowed him to play their games. There is no law saying that that they can't stop him. If they want to, they could find a way to stop him. They have the copyright. They can do it. And it's just so annoying that he completely disregarded the fact that the reason he is where he is because, I know there were a time when he wasn't a big YouTuber. There was a time when he didn't have millions of subscribers. And yet the game developers were still letting him play their games and make money off it. And now he's going to turn his back like that when he gets angry because he can't win a game, and say, "Oh, you're welcome with sales." This game that he was playing was already popular. It's already sold a lot of things. If he didn't play it, it wouldn't have been the biggest deal that ever. Anyway, because there are other people that have played it, big YouTubers who have played it. So when he said, like, "You're welcome for sales I brought your way, you did not for me," I thought, you piece of shit. You absolutely disrespectful, ungrateful prick. Honestly, I was so angry at that. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that any further. That's enough of that. So anyway, I think. Oh, I'll ask one more thing about IRL streamers. Okay, let me clear this up quickly. I have nothing against IRL streamers. I don't care what they do. If they want to use their body. If it's a woman or a man, in fact, if you can do it, and they want to use their body to get followers, go for it. It's your body. You do what you want. As long as you're old enough and you're catering to an audience that's of age, then I don't give a shit. It's all you. You know what I mean? It's like your body ain't gonna last forever. Why shouldn't you? You know, everybody uses something. I mean, you use what you've got. Even if you're just a hand model, you know, you've got your hands insured because you'll do for adverts that come on TV. You know, they'll hire you for your hands to do, you know, these shots where there's just a hand doing something. You know, use it if you've got it. If you've got great feet, use it. If you've got great legs, use it. You know, these like cereals, when they're selling cereals like Special K and all this, you know, they'll have a model on screen who's really slim and in a bathing suit or something like that. You know, use it. You know, it is what it is. If you've got it, use it. It won't be there forever. Use it. You know, there's a reason why, like they say, prostitution is the oldest profession. Well, that's because it's a way of making money. There's been times in the past when people couldn't make money. Where poverty were terrible. And it's like they didn't have two coins to rub together. Hey, if you've got a resource that's good, that can bring you money, and it isn't breaking any laws or hurting anyone, then you have the right to do with it what you wish. If you want to get on a pole in a bar and do some pole dancing, or you want to lap dance someone, or you want to go on TV or appear in a magazine or do whatever, it doesn't matter. Hell, get on Pornhub if you want. It's up to you. It's your body. These people who judge and say, "Oh, look at these titty streamers," it's usually guys who are jealous because they can't do it. Because think about it, there's guys out there who do things like set themselves on fire and all sorts of stuff, and they'll just do the craziest things to try and get views. So the only reason they complain about it is because they haven't got the kind of things to use that they can do, that they can use. If they did have a body, if they were a woman and had a body and they could get subscribers or followers from it, trust me, they'd use it. So when these men complain about it, it's because they're jealous because they can't. And the only reason, and I mean, I suppose, some will have a high moral compass, I suppose, that just don't like you from that point of view. But it is what it is. It's not your body. Back the fuck off. It's no do with you. It's like women when they're having a go at them about, "Oh, you should be ashamed." Why? You might be ashamed if you did it. So fine, fuck off and don't do it. But leave these women alone to do what they want to do. As long as they're not breaking Twitch laws, Twitch will judge. And if they think they're breaking Twitch laws, they'll fuck them up. They'll just ban them. But if they're not banning them, then back up. It's not up to you to decide what somebody does with their body. When they are old enough and they are an adult, they can decide what they do with their body. If you don't like it, then fine. Don't just go away. If you don't like it, nobody's expecting you to. Nobody's wanting you to do it. If you don't like it, nobody's saying you have to do it. Go away. But if a woman or a man has a body that can get followers and whatever, and people, and they are the kind of personality that don't mind showing off their bodies or whatever, then go for it. All power to you. Hope it works. Well done. Personally, I'll never be able to use my body for that kind of shit, but I sure as hell don't begrudge anybody that does. Okay? So use what you've got to get what you can in this world. You're only here once, so use what you've got to make it the best it can be. Because, trust me, when it's gone, you're not going to be able to use it then. It's done. You use it while you've got it. So live and let live, and stop being a bitch about it and telling people how to live. Good. Well, I think that's it. There's my opinions on things again, as honestly as I can give them. And hopefully, I will be bringing you some games room soon. I'm right now downloading State of Decay 2 because I am a big State of Decay fan, massive. So I'm downloading this now. I'll be bringing this soon. Then there's Detroit Become Human. That's coming soon. Becoming Human. That's coming soon. I'll be doing that too as well. And I am still going to be doing Doki Doki to catch up on that one, and Simulacra and finishing that one off. So you've got those two coming soon as well. I'm just hoping that things will cool down for me, and then I can start getting the content out again. Sorry that I haven't been. You'll have to hold on a bit longer, I think, but I'll try and do what I can. So you take really good care. I'll speak to you soon. Goodbye for now.